Alright, welcome back. So I made a little bit of a mistake. I think I'm only gonna be doing 5 parts, not 6. If you saw the first video, I kind of went over the things I was gonna go over in part 4 and part 3. So kind of makes no sense to do a part 6 or part 4. So here we go. This is the U.S. preseason and us during preseason, right? I just wanted to look at preseason. So you look at preseason in the U.S. We were 2-1-0, right? We were looking for culture, right? We were, as a Manchester United fans, we were looking for culture to be built. We were looking for a system, everything to be built pretty much from the ground up, a culture, a way of being, acting, everything. We didn't have anything before this, so we were looking for that. And what was every report coming out from the U.S. camp? Everything was pretty much positive. Everybody was saying how surprised the feeling around was, how detailed it was, how players and people were acting. Everybody was so excited around preseason, right? Because they saw something that hadn't been around for a while, bro. They finally saw something that hadn't been around for a while, man. And you're thinking okay, can we get a little excited about this team? Right, about what's happening here. And you could, because we play 3 Premier League teams and we play really well. But the first 2 games we were really good and dominant, and against Bournemouth we were extremely dominant and played our best game. And everybody was saying, man, Manchester United might be good this season, right? Which is only 7 months into Amorim, right? So we're talking about Bournemouth game. All of the same players that have been here since Amorim took over are here in that time period, right? From November to whatever that game was. When was that that Bournemouth game? Let's take a quick look. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly look. So Bournemouth was July 30th. So all the way up to July 30th, right? We have the same team as last season. And in this game, this is the starting lineup. The game that we win 4-1, where everybody's super excited on July 30th, it's the same players that were here last season under Amorim, right? All the same players. So you could say at that point that the players that were here from the point that Amorim took over, right? In 7 months, July, November, so November 24th, so 7.5 months, right? Improved. You could say that after those performances, after beating West Ham 2-1, and after that 4-1 Bournemouth game, you could literally sit there and tell me that we improved. And if you didn't think that those players improved in that time, and you watched that game, then you're lying to yourself and you're lying to me. They improved. So then what happened? Why didn't we continue to fly, bro? What happened? Bro, it's so simple. We got a brand new front 3 right after that game. Well, not even right after that game, because Sesko doesn't get in until August something. So we're talking about now we have a brand new front 3 to play the season, bro. We're literally talking about we were excited in preseason right up to the start of the season, right? And the scoring, the front started to kind of struggle to score, and the numbers have backed up that they've just struggled to score, that we are still creating. So the players that lead up to the creation, the defenders, the midfielders that have been here are creating. They are doing their job, right? It's the front 3 that aren't doing their job. They're brand new this season. They need some time to gel. They've played 8 games together, and not even these 3. Because if we're talking about these 3 right here, I mean not this 3, because ever since the last 2 preseason games, obviously in Mbeumo, Cunha, and Mason started. And that's when we started to struggle to score goals. And that's what I'm trying to say is literally the last 2 preseason games, it was a brand new front 3 from last season. From the main 3 that started last season. Because you could look at, it wasn't even probably a main 3. It was probably 4 to 5, right? the people that started in those three positions up front last season, that started most of those times, Garnacho, Hoyland, and Ahmad under Amarim. Those guys were the ones that started the most games under Amarim last season. Those three, and then you had like Xerxes and Bruno, who also played in those positions. But those five players were the main players that played the 10 positions. So those three positions were completely different, like the last two preseason games. And I'll catch you guys next episode to go over like the new season.